My beloved child, I come to speak with you about a subject that may seem mysterious to many: the way in which spirits and mortals commune, and how the truths of heaven may be conveyed to the minds of humankind. Communication between spirit and mortal is governed by divine laws that are as exact and unchangeable as the laws which rule the stars. No spirit, however exalted, may set these laws aside, for they proceed from the Father's own order and wisdom. The Law of Rapport. For any communion to occur, there must be harmony, a blending of conditions between the spirit who speaks and the soul and mind of the mortal who receives. This harmony is what you call rapport, and without it, no true transmission of thought can take place. A spirit may desire with all his love to convey the truths of the Father. Yet, if the mortal's mind and brain are not prepared to receive such thoughts, the message cannot enter. Just as sunlight cannot shine through a wall of stone, so high truths cannot pass through an unspiritualized mind. The conditioning of the brain. The human brain is a marvelous instrument designed to translate the invisible into words and images. Yet it is limited by its own development, by the use the mortal has made of it. A brain long exercised in worldly concerns or selfish thought cannot instantly vibrate to the high frequency of spiritual truth. Therefore, I tell you, the condition of the brain determines how much light can be expressed through it. The spirit must find in the mortal an instrument tuned to the harmony of its message. When a high thought, born of the soul and filled with the love of the Father, descends to the mortal plane, it seeks a channel pure enough to receive it. But if the brain is not aligned with the soul, if the mind is clouded by error, fatigue, or fear, the thought cannot enter clearly. It will be distorted, or perhaps not come at all. The role of the soul. It is not through the intellect alone that divine communication occurs. The soul is the true receiver, the divine organ that perceives spiritual realities. When the soul is open and awakened by divine love, it exerts a gentle influence upon the mind and brain, making them receptive to higher vibrations. The degree to which one may receive heavenly truths depends wholly upon the soul's condition. An intellectual or morally upright person may receive truths of goodness and wisdom, but not the deeper revelations of the Father's love, unless that love has entered the soul and transformed it. Divine love. The power that transforms the inner being, this new birth of the soul, comes only through the inflowing of the Father's divine love. No teaching, no meditation, no moral striving can take its place. For it is this love alone that changes the very substance of the soul, making it like unto the Father's own essence. As this love grows within, it exerts a holy influence upon the mortal brain, refining its currents and expanding its capacity. Thus the brain, once limited to the reasoning of earth, becomes an instrument through which the divine can express itself in words of truth and beauty. Action required of the seeker and the medium. If you would prepare yourself to be a channel of light, whether for your own enlightenment or for the benefit of others, I say unto you, 1. Pray often and sincerely to the Father. Let your prayer be not for worldly blessings, but for His divine love to enter and fill your soul. This love will do the work no mortal can accomplish. It will purify, transform, and attune you to the harmony of heaven. 2. Dwell upon thoughts of spiritual things. Think of the Father's mercy, His tenderness, His great longing to share His own love with you. Each thought of love and goodness lifts the vibration of your mind and prepares your brain to receive the gentle impressions of spirit. 3. Live in harmony with truth. Keep your heart pure, your intentions loving, and your mind free from bitterness. Every act of kindness, every thought of compassion creates a condition in your soul that draws the high spirits nearer. In this way, you will become a vessel through which the light of heaven may shine, not through force or effort, but through the quiet operation of divine law and love. Understanding the limitation of transmission. You have heard it said that a high thought cannot be transmitted through a human brain which is not in the condition that qualifies it to receive the thought. This is true, and I will tell you why. Every mind is a living instrument, vibrating at certain frequencies according to its moral, intellectual, and spiritual condition. When a celestial spirit would send a thought from the higher spheres, that thought travels not through words, but as a spiritual current of energy. If the mortal's brain has not been refined by the influence of a soul touched with divine love, it cannot vibrate in harmony with that current. The message becomes weakened or changed as music loses its purity when played on an untuned instrument. Therefore, my beloved, the soul must act first upon the brain, uplifting and harmonizing it through the energy of divine love. Only when this occurs can the high thoughts of the celestial realms descend without distortion into the mortal mind. This is why I have often said to my disciples, both on earth and in spirit, pray without ceasing. For each sincere prayer for the Father's love opens a new channel of receptivity in the soul. As the soul expands with this love, it influences every faculty of the being, the emotions, the intellect, and even the physical brain. Thus, the mind becomes clearer, the heart gentler, and the intuition keener. The whole being becomes a living temple, prepared for communion with the divine. The higher spiritual messages. The truths of the Father, those concerning the nature of the divine love, the reality of the new birth, and the conditions of the celestial heavens, cannot be transmitted through a mind that is merely moral or intellectual. Such truths are of the soul, and they must be received by the soul. They are not matters of belief or reasoning, but of spiritual perception. Only when the divine love has awakened the soul to its true nature can the mortal understand these higher things. For the words may be written, but without the soul's light, they remain as dead letters. When the soul is alive with the Father's love, those same words become living fire, filled with the breath of heaven. So I say unto you, seek always first the inflowing of the Father's love. For with that love, your soul will see truth directly, and your mind and brain will become its obedient servants. My dear one, remember that the purpose of spirit communication is not curiosity or wonder, but transformation, that your soul may awaken to its divine inheritance and draw nearer to the Father in love. Every prayer for the Father's love brings you closer to me and to the great family of celestial spirits who labor in love for humankind. Be of good courage. Keep your heart turned upward. For the Father's love is ever seeking you, even more than you seek him. And when that love enters your soul, even the highest spirits shall find in you a friend and co-worker of heaven, through whom the light of the celestial kingdom may reach the children of earth. I bless you in the love of the Father, Jesus, your brother and the Master of the celestial heavens.